Hey everybody, this is part 2. I want to put a disclaimer on this real quick. A lot of this stuff that I've done is compiled from book excerpts and quotes from evolutionary scientists and studies and all this. A lot of it can be just done by cross-referencing and just looking it up. That's all you got to do really. But anyways, I want to go ahead and get into it. Sections 3 and 4. Section 2 just covered skeptics and the law of infinite regression. Now we're going into one of them being skeptics versus cells complexity. I'm not going to do section 3 and 4. I'll probably just do section 3 and then section 4. Section 4 is long. It's probably the best one. Alright, section 3. Skeptics versus cells complexity. Alright. The Age's current pseudo answer is that all living things are a product of evolution. Yet evolution is merely a hypothesis, and one with an increasing number of holes in its foundational logic. Apologize, I'm tired. In fact, scientists are slowly coming to realize that life, even at the level of a single cell, is far too complex to have evolved. Crick, along with Dr. James Watson, is credited with the discovery of DNA, that double helix building block that forms of life that forms like two twisted stairways in each of the several trillion cells of a person's body. The DNA contains all the information of the various parts of our bodies, as well as for every cell. This is the most complex molecule that has ever been discovered. Though it is tiny, it exists inside the nucleus of each microscopic cell. If you could stretch it out, it would be about 6.5 feet long. All the DNA in just one human body, linked together and stretched out, would reach to the moon and back, a very long way. That makes it phenomenally complex substance. Crick decided to ascertain the probabilities of such a complex molecules coming into existence by the law of chance, which governs the evolution theory. We need to keep in mind that Charles Darwin, who gave birth to the idea of evolution 100 years ago, was operating under the assumption that the simple cell was really simple. The cell is so complex, in fact, that one evolutionary scientist said that any machine man has made or ever will make will never compare in complexity. Never. That's quite a statement, obviously, given computers can process several millions of bits of information in a second or two. Sorry, I'm still getting over sinus problems. Dr. Crick never progressed very far in his probability test. His first question to investigate was, what are the probabilities of a single molecule of DNA coming into existence by chance? Single molecule. Alright, just a single molecule. By chance. This is evolution's bread and butter right here. His conclusion, 0.0%. Boom. 0.0%. Even considering the supposed 4.5 billion year history of the Earth, Crick wrote, an honest man, armed with the knowledge available to us now, could only state that in some sense the origin of life appears at the moment to be almost a miracle. Despite more than 75 years of teaching, that's 75 years of teaching that life came into being through evolution, Crick said that it could have never, ever happened. Never. The idea that various amino acids in the ocean got together in primordial slime and somehow formed a single cell was preposterous. That's when, of course, he developed the equally absurd theory of panspermia, direct panspermia. Even though no scientific evidence existed for such an idea, it still doesn't exist. It was either that or believe in God. So I take it this guy isn't a fan of God. All right. Consider that the average human body is comprised of 30 trillion cells. 30 trillion cells. Consider also how much information is stored in each cell. Dr. Walter Brown points out the genetic information contained in each cell of the human body is roughly equivalent to a library of 4,000 volumes. As author Erwin Lutzer observes, if we multiply that by 20 or by 30 trillion, we can begin to appreciate the complexity of a single human being. Just one single human being. Look how many human beings there are, people. And this guy's the study they did. I mean, these are evolutionary scientists. They wanted to bolster their theory. They wanted to make it rock solid. They wanted, to just the final nail in the coffin to religion and God and everything. They wanted to do that, but they couldn't because they found out, that evolution couldn't have happened. Couldn't happen the way that people say it happens. So they disproved. They wound up disproving their own theory. So I think that's pretty brilliant, actually. Brilliant work by God Almighty. All right, that's going to close out section 3 because section 4 deals with skeptics and their misconceptions. It's a very long section. It covers UFOs and dinosaurs, and among other things, even demon possessions. That's right. We're going exorcism style up in here. All right, so I'm going to end this now and go ahead and start on the next part. All right, God bless. Where did my thingy go? There it is.